Welcome back to the Colorado Avalanche GM mode here on NHL 16. This is episode 10, and in this episode we will be taking on the Edmonton Oilers, who are sitting at 11-5-2 on the season, which is very good. And then our Avalanche are struggling with a 7-8-2 record right now, and they are currently not in a playoff spot either. But they do have a couple guys who are producing for them at the top of the lineup, while the rest of the guys are just not getting it done, and the defense isn't getting it done really either, while Varlamov also is not getting it done, because for whatever reason in this game, Varlamov just doesn't play well. He's an elite potential goalie right now, and he's just not good. For some reason in NHL every year, there's always these guys they have in net, goalies I'm talking about, where they're just elite goaltenders, but they don't play like elite goaltenders. Jimmy Howard is that guy every single year in this game. They're just every year they're just not good goaltenders, and it appears Varlamov is one of those goaltenders who's just not very good in the game. While he's just not getting stats you'd expect a elite goaltender to get. However, there are skaters on our team that are points per game players, one of them being Matt Duchene, who has 12 goals, 5 assists, which is 17 points in 17 games played. And then some other guys we have are Mikkel Bodker, who has 17 games played with only 2 goals, but 15 assists and 17 points on that top line with Duchene and Landeskog. While Landeskog is just below a point per game player, he had 17 games played. He has 7 goals, 7 assists, and 14 points. Alexander Semin, in 17 games played, sitting on that second line most of the season, has 8 goals, 5 assists, which is 13 points. While Nathan MacKinnon has been struggling on the second line, you would think he'd be able to produce as an elite. I believe he's an elite. He might even be a franchise potential, like 90 overall playmaking center. But he's played 17 games, and he only has 7 points, which is 3 goals and 4 assists, which is not very good at all. That's something you'd expect to see from like a third-line checking guy, not a elite center. While the Oilers are playing so well because of their top line of McDavid, Hall, and Eberle. I believe they have them all together. While McDavid in 18 games played has 19 points, 15 games, 14 assists. Taylor Hall in 18 games played has 12 goals, 5 assists, 17 points. And then Jordan Eberle in 18 games played has 5 goals, 12 assists, and 17 points as well. And now let's hop into a game against the Edmonton Oilers. And we are here in Edmonton, of course, snow in the background because it is cold as shit. Edmonton, Alberta, home of the Edmonton Oilers. The Rexall place is where we are at. The 11-5-2 Oilers play host to our 7-8-2 Colorado Avalanche. Connor McDavid leads the entire NHL in points with 19. That's 5 goals, 14 assists. In between the pipes for the Oilers is going to be Jonas Hiller, the pretty much a journeyman at this point, I guess you could say. He started his career with the Ducks, and then he went to the Flames, and now he is he went to the Flames, and then he went to, I believe, did he stay with the Flames last year? I forget where he was in real life this year, but then he went to the Oilers, obviously, and then Semyon Varlamov, 7-7-1 with a 2.51 goals against, which is not too shabby, but I mean, it's not an elite goaltending status. So here we are, the Colorado Avalanche on a power play, dipping it down into the corner, pass over to Grigorenko. Pass back to D for McKinnon, who's going to skate into the slot, over to Grigorenko. He's going to fire a wrister, and he shoots bar down as... Oh, that was Grigorenko. Grigorenko! I don't know why I just had a brain fart, completely forgot who scored there. As Grigorenko scores on an assist from McKinnon, and Yandel gets the secondary assist. Finally gets some points there. He's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard where he should be as that offensive defenseman presence who I wanted him to be. So then here, pass up. Another rush for the Avalanche. Mikkel Bodker with another snipe. What a rocket of a shot. I love using Mikkel Bodker in-game. He apparently doesn't score too much in Sims because he only has 2 goals up to that point. But that was a rocket of a shot. He's super fast. He's got the dangles. He can forecheck. He can backcheck. He's just an all-around good player. So then there, a block shot, kicks out to the corner, picked back up by the Avalanche, skull out to the slot, shot saved by Varlamov, who freezes that one up. And at the end of one period, it's going to be 2-0 Colorado in the lead in this one over Edmonton with a rocket of a shot from Grigorenko and Bodker. Now pick things back up in the second as a man is dump trucked in the neutral zone. I believe that was by Eric Johnson. And then Eberle skating around over to Hall. He snipes the top shelf. And the Oilers have themselves on the board. That's now a 2-2-1 hockey game. That is a Taylor Hall goal assisted by Jordan Eberle. And then the secondary assist in Sekera back down in the defensive zone. So 2-1 score here later on in the second. Skating down the wing is Como. Backhand shot picked up by Rask, then backed up by Como, but saved by Hiller. And then here, another shot attempt from the Avalanche. Rister, saved by Hiller, kicks out, but it's picked back up by his defense. A face-off win here. Weber kicks up to, or passes up to Landeskog, dekes around his man, takes a shot, saved by Hiller, covered up and frozen. One thing I'd like to do in this game is just pound the AI goalies with shots. Usually it works, but not there for those few shots. So here the puck is in the Avalanche's zone, and when the AI just starts passing around like this, you just start panicking because you cannot get the puck out of your zone, and it's like the game just decides they're going to score on you as they're just passing around, cross crease, D passes, cross crease, save in front by Varlamov there. They finally get it out, but no, they turn it back over, and then the Oilers back down into the slot, and they take a wrister and score. It's now a tie hockey game at 2. That's a Connor McDavid goal right there. His 6th of the season, and it's all tied up at 2 here in the second period. So now with less than 2 minutes left in the second period, shot out in front, saved by Varlamov, kicked back out, or passed up to Rask, over to, I believe this is Semin, who's going to skate over, pass over, Rask shoots, scores! And the Colorado Avalanche take a 3-2 lead here late in the second period on a Victor Rask one-timer on a feed from, I believe, it was Como, that's not Semin, that's Como, and then Joey Hishin also gets himself an assist. That's our third line right there. So at the end of 2, it's 3 Avalanche, 2 Edmonton, and then we'll pick things up early on in the third period. Here come the Oilers into the Avalanche's zone, skating down behind the net, cross crease, and then all kinds of stuff going on here, but apparently Varlamov dives out and stops that one, freezes up as well. 23 saves in the day for him so far. So then Weber try to pass it to 7, but it's picked off. Cross crease here, shot, saved by Varlamov. What a save there on the one-timer. I don't know who shot that, but here we have John Mitchell on a breakaway. He's going to convert on that, and the Avalanche now up by 2. John Mitchell, I don't know what it is about this guy, but it seems like every time I actually play these games, John Mitchell is always scoring. But when I sim, he's just like that checking forward guy we have on the 3rd, 4th line. But when I play, he's always scoring. And then here we have another breakaway, this time for Duchesne. He's also going to convert on that one. He scores! Matt Duchesne makes it a 5-2 Colorado Avalanche lead. Here, 7:24 left in the third. That's assisted by Zadorov and Varlamov. So now with less than 2 minutes left, another rush here for the Avalanche. Duchesne coming down, backhand, forehand, and he takes the shot and scores! Matt Duchesne with his 2nd goal of the game. Another deke there for him as it's now a 6-2 Avalanche lead, assisted by Landeskog and Varlamov. This game was once tied up at 2, but the Avalanche just bursted out in the third and the end of the second to make it a 3-2 game, but they really took over in the third period, just made this game their own, and they basically just dominated the Oilers, despite the Oilers being the better team thus far in this season. So the Avalanche improved to 8-8-2, while the Edmonton Oilers dropped to 11-6-2. So with that being said, that'll wrap things up here for this edition of Colorado Avalanche Hockey. I've been your host, Jerseyborn, and I'm saying goodbye.
Alright, stop what you're doing, cause I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. I look funny, but yo, I'm making money, see? So yo, world, I hope you're ready for me. Now gather round. I'm the new fool in town, and my sound's laid down by the underground. I drink a bottle of Hennessy you got on your shelf, so just let me introduce myself. My name is Humpty, pronounced with the umpty. Yo, ladies, oh, how I like to funk thee.